All right, get ready because today we're going deep on Lorenzo's Scorpio horoscope for March 2025.
Lorenzo, right.
Yeah,
Brutally honest.
Lorenzo, people say he's scarily accurate with these predictions.
Oh, yeah.
And this one, this deep dive does not disappoint, so let's just jump right in.
Yeah, what really strikes me right away is the intensity and this sense of urgency that he's laying out right from the start for Scorpio this month.
He doesn't mess around, right?
No, it's almost like a wake-up call
It really is like a cosmic wake-up call.
to confront some hard truths and to make some really big decisions.
Yeah, he doesn't waste any time, right? From March 1st to the 10th, he's talking about shattered illusions, hidden enemies, and trusting your gut.
Oh, yeah.
Even specifically mentions shady people. Like there's some kind of deception and betrayal is kind of brewing.
It's like, pay attention to your intuition.
Yes.
Those little whispers that you might be ignoring, those nagging doubts.
Red flags, basically.
Yeah, the universe is about to make those red flags, impossible to miss.
And then from March 11th to the 20th, boom, a major emotional turning point.
Yeah.
And he says, this will hit hard in relationships and careers.
Oh, wow.
And that decisive action is key.
Yeah. It feels like this whole month is building up to something big.
It does.
And this make or break energy, it runs throughout the whole month.
It does. Yeah, it's a big one. And then from the 21st to the 31st, Lorenzo says that we're going to see the consequences of action or inaction
That's right.
play out. And Scorpios need to seize control or risk being controlled.
I love this theme of agency, of
Yeah.
taking responsibility for your choices and really stepping into that.
It's like you have the power, you just got to use it.
That's right.
Yeah, and Lorenzo does not hold back when it comes to your personal life.
No, he doesn't.
He says flat out, someone close to you is going to reveal their true colors, and it ain't going to be pretty.
Ooh.
He's talking about deception, betrayal, a major confrontation.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, he's saying confront it head on.
Yeah.
Don't try to, pretend it didn't happen or sweep it under rug.
Yeah.
You got to face this directly so you can move on and heal.
That is intense. But I guess sometimes you need that, right?
Sometimes you need that shake-up.
To see who's real.
Who's really in your corner.
Yeah. And it sounds like March is going to force some of those uncomfortable truths out into the open.
Whether you're ready or not.
Ready or not, here they come. Okay, let's talk about love and relationships.
Okay.
Lorenzo does not sugarcoat it here either.
No, he does not.
He basically says March is a breaking point.
Wow.
Clinging to what's over will only lead to more pain.
Okay.
He uses the phrase ripped away
Oh, my goodness.
to describe how the universe will force a separation.
Wow. So it's like
If you don't do it, it's going to be done for you.
it's a time for radical earnesty.
It is. It is.
And a willingness to let go
And a willingness to let go.
of anything that's no longer serving you.
Mm-hmm.
And it might be that the universe is going to make that decision for you if you don't do it yourself.
Yeah, that's right. It's like, get ready
Wow.
for a major shakeup in your love life.
Yeah.
Okay, and for single Scorpios,
Yes.
he predicts that someone from the past might reappear.
Oh.
But here's the thing. He says it's a test, not fate.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right? It's about facing old patterns and making sure you're not repeating those old mistakes.
Yeah. This is a good reminder that sometimes we're drawn to the familiar, even if it wasn't good for us.
Oh, yeah. We all do that.
He's warning you, don't fall into that trap.
Yeah.
Recognize what is a genuine connection and what is just an old pattern.
Learn from your past.
Yes.
Sometimes it's hard to take those rose-colored glasses off, though.
It is.
You know?
We remember things a lot more fondly than they actually were.
Yes, and I think that Lorenzo is really emphasizing, not settling for less than you deserve.
Right.
He's reminding Scorpios, you are worthy of love.
Yeah.
You are worthy of respect.
That's right.
And you should not settle for anything less than that.
Absolutely. Okay.
Let's talk career and finances.
All right, let's do it.
Lorenzo pulls no punches here.
Nope.
He says March is wraithless.
Wow.
Slacking off will have serious consequences.
Oh,
But those who hustle will be noticed by people in power.
okay.
So big potential for success,
Mm-hmm.
but also big potential for...
Failure.
Yeah.
It sounds very competitive. It's
Yes.
like a cosmic proving ground.
It is.
And you're being challenged to show what you're made of.
You've got to step up.
Sink or swim. Hard work and dedication will be rewarded.
Absolutely.
Complacency will leave you behind.
That's it.
Oh, that's good.
It's a crossroads, Lorenzo says.
You got to rise to the occasion.
Yeah, you can either rise to the occasion or just get totally swept away.
That's right.
And to add to this, he also says there's an impending financial surprise.
Okay.
He says it could be good or bad,
All right.
depending on past decisions.
So reap what you sow.
Exactly.
Oh.
And if you think he's going to be any nicer when it comes to health too,
Nope.
think again.
Oh, no.
He basically says that ignoring your well-being will backfire.
Yeah.
Big time.
This is such an important message.
It is.
Especially today, we push ourselves to the limit.
All the time.
We ignored the signs our martyrs are sending us.
Totally.
He's reminding us you can't neglect your well-being.
Yep.
It's going to catch up to you.
It will. He's like, choose rest now.
Yeah.
Or the universe will choose it for you.
And it will not be pretty.
It won't, will it?
No. Those forced breaks never are.
No, you end up dealing with illness or burnout.
That's right.
When you could have just taken a break earlier.
It's about balance, pushing yourself to achieve those goals, but taking care of yourself at the same time.
So important.
You can't pour from an empty cup.
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered the themes, but what's driving all this intensity?
What's going on in the cosmos?
Yeah, what's happening up here?
Yeah, well, to understand it, you got to look at the planets.
All right, let's do it.
He's basing these predictions on specific astrological transits that are affecting Scorpio's energy.
Okay, so let's break them down one by one and see how they connect to everything that Lorenzo is saying.
Let's do it.
So he starts by mentioning the sun transitioning from Pisces to Aries, which I believe means going from like an emotional...
Introspection.
Yes, thank you, to a more...
action-oriented energy.
Yes.
Makes sense.
It does.
With all this emphasis on action and taking charge. It's like the cosmos is supporting you to make big move.
It is, to pursue those goals. Then he mentions Venus retrograde in Aries and Pisces.
Venus is all about love and relationships.
That's right.
But what does retrograde mean in this context?
Yeah, what does that mean, and how does that tie into what he's been saying about these potential breakups and tests in relationships?
Venus retrograde, it's a time to reassess and reevaluate your relationships. It can bring up stuff from the past. Yeah, unresolved issues, force you to confront patterns.
Oh, boy.
Make those tough decisions about the future.
So it's not really a time for new love?
Not really, no.
It's more about looking back.
It is.
Figuring out what needs to change.
That's right.
So it's like the universe is hitting rewind.
It is.
Giving you a second chance to revisit old wounds, learn from mistakes, and make some better choices.
That's a good way to put it.
Lorenzo also talks about Lilith moving from Libra to Scorpio.
Okay.
Now, I'm not as familiar with Lilith. Can you tell me what that represents?
Oh, Lilith is fascinating. This is like the shadow self. It's your primal instincts.
Okay.
All those parts of yourself that you repress or deny.
Oh, wow.
It's moving into Scorpio.
So.
Could bring out hidden enemies and subconscious fears.
Okay.
But it's also a powerful time to embrace your personal power.
Okay.
And step into your authentic self.
So double-edged sword.
Very much so.
Yeah.
It's challenging, but it can also be incredibly liberating.
Okay.
It's about acknowledging the darkness and the light. Recognizing that both of those make you whole.
Okay, the Sun, Venus, and Lilith are all doing their thing in March.
Yes.
What other planets are we looking at?
Well, he also mentions Mercury retrograde.
Oh, that's never good.
No, in Aries.
Okay.
And this is often associated with communication breakdowns,
Oh, no.
delays, and misunderstandings.
Oh.
So it kind of echoes what he was saying earlier about the need for clear, decisive action.
So basically double check everything.
Yeah.
Be careful with your words.
Exactly.
Don't sign any contracts.
Don't sign any contract.
Got it.
Not a good time to make big decisions or have important conversations.
Okay.
It's more of a time for reflection and review.
Got it.
Tying up loose ends.
Okay, let's talk money.
Let's talk about
It
it.
brings up Jupiter in Gemini,
Okay.
which I think is generally considered like a lucky placement.
Jupiter's all about expansion and abundance.
Yes.
But in Gemini, it suggests that those opportunities might come through communication networking and shared resources.
Okay.
So be open to collaboration.
Okay.
But it also could mean some unexpected expenses related to travel, education, legal matters.
So not necessarily a guarantee of financial windfall,
Right.
but just potential for growth and change in how we manage our money.
Exactly. Be adaptable. Be open to new ideas.
Got it. What else?
He also mentions Uranus in Taurus.
Okay.
And Uranus is known for shaking things up.
Oh, boy.
Unexpectedly.
Oh, no!
So this suggests potential disruptions in partnerships, finances, anything related to security and stability.
So expect the unexpected.
Exactly.
Okay.
Especially where you might feel settled.
Oh, boy.
Be flexible, be adaptable, embrace the change, even if it's disruptive.
All right.
Okay.
Now I'm curious about Mars in Cancer.
Okay.
Because Mars is action energy.
Yes.
And Cancer is like emotional and introspective.
Totally.
So how does that work?
Mars in Cancer is like an internal restlessness.
Okay.
A frustration, a sense of agitation that's directed inward.
Okay.
So not outward.
Okay.
It could also be a time for deep emotional processing.
Okay.
You know, you need to confront those uncomfortable feelings or memories.
So not taking action externally,
Right.
but dealing with things internally.
That's right.
Processing inner conflicts, maybe having some breakthroughs.
Exactly. Introspection, self-care.
Okay.
Finding healthy ways to express yourself emotionally.
Got it. And finally, Neptune and Saturn in Pisces.
Oh, okay.
What are those two bringing to the table?
Neptune in Pisces enhances your intuition,
Okay.
enhances your creativity,
Okay.
but it can also create a sense of illusion or escapism.
Okay.
Saturn in Pisces brings in a dose of reality, structured discipline.
Okay.
So together they create this tension between dreams and reality.
Oh.
And they're pushing you to find that balance between what you want and what is
possible.
Yes, exactly.
So it's like a tug of war between our ideas and the realities of life.
That's right.
Yeah, dreaming big, but also getting things done.
That's it.
Oh man, March is going to be a wild ride for Scorpio.
It really seems that way. But amidst all this intensity, amidst all the potential for upheaval, there's also an enormous opportunity for growth and transformation.
That's true.
So,
that's like Lorenzo saying, fasten your seatbelts.
Buckle up.
Get ready for takeoff.
Embrace the change, face the challenges head on, and step into your power.
Okay, so we've covered the planets, but what about specific dates?
Yeah, are there certain days that Scorpio should be aware of?
Like, does Lorenzo call out anything?
He does. There are a few key dates in March that could mark a turning point or intensify the energy.
Okay, let's dive into them.
Let's do it.
So he starts by mentioning March 14th, which happens to be...
March 14th happens to be a total lunar eclipse in Virgo.
Ooh, eclipses are always intense.
They are.
What does he say about this one?
He predicts a major revelation, potentially exposing false allies in your social or friendship circles.
Ooh.
And it could feel like a betrayal.
Yeah.
Like someone you thought you could trust is showing their true colors.
That ties in with this whole hidden enemies thing, right?
It does.
Like this eclipse is going to illuminate those shady dealings.
Exactly.
And force you to reevaluate those relationships.
That's right. Eclipses often bring about sudden changes.
Yeah.
And unexpected events.
It does.
They can exhilarate things.
Well, wow.
Force you to confront issues that you've been avoiding.
So the universe is saying, okay, enough is enough.
That's right.
Time to face the truth.
And this particular eclipse is in Virgo.
Okay.
And Virgo is very analytical and detail-oriented.
Oh, no.
So this truth will be revealed through facts,
oh boy,
evidence, or maybe even a slip of the tongue.
Oh, I'm starting to get nervous for Scorpio.
Well, remember, eclipses can be challenging.
Yeah.
But they can also be incredibly liberating.
Okay.
They can help you shed old patterns, release what's no longer serving you.
That's good.
And make space for new beginnings.
So it's not all doom and gloom?
Not at all.
Okay.
Think of it as a cosmic cleanse.
I like that.
A chance to clear out the clutter, create a more authentic and fulfilling life.
I like that much better. What's the next big date?
The next key date is March 20th.
Okay.
When the sun enters Aries.
Okay, and Aries is a fire sign, energy.
Action-oriented.
Yeah, so does this shift bring some relief after that eclipse?
It brings a change in focus. It brings a sense of urgency to work, daily responsibilities. It's time to take charge, assert yourself, go after what you want.
So the universe is giving you like a boost of energy and motivation.
Exactly. After all that introspection of the earlier part of the month, the sun in Aries is a call to action.
Got it.
Put those plans into motion, take those risks, make those bold moves.
Perfect time to tackle those career goals. Launch that project you've been thinking about.
The sun in Aries is all about initiative.
Okay.
Leadership, taking that first step.
All right.
Embrace your inner warrior.
Yeah.
Go after what you deserve.
Okay, so we've got the eclipse on the 14th, sun into Aries on the 20th. What's the last date?
The last key date is March 29th.
Okay.
And this is another new moon.
Oh, boy.
And partial solar eclipse.
Another eclipse. Wow, March is a big month.
It is.
It is a big month. What does Lorenzo say about this one?
He predicts a major shift.
Okay.
In health work or your daily routines.
Okay.
It's a time for new beginnings, fresh starts, and a chance to realign yourself with your goals and priorities.
So it's like new moon energy with eclipse energy.
It is.
This sounds like a powerful time for manifestation.
It is. New moons are always a time for planting seeds, starting new projects, setting intentions for the future.
Okay.
But this particular new moon is a solar eclipse.
Okay.
So it amplifies those energies.
Okay.
And brings a greater sense of urgency.
Got it.
And potential for transformation.
It's interesting how he puts so much emphasis on these eclipses in this whole thing.
It is.
It's almost like he's using them as these markers for major turning points.
Right.
Or moments of like truth-telling.
Eclipses often act as catalysts for change.
They do.
Forcing us to confront things that we might be ignoring or sweeping under the rug.
Yep.
And they can feel disruptive in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
But ultimately, they help us realign with our true path and purpose.
So as we wrap up this first part of our deep dive, what are some key takeaways that we should offer our listener? especially when it comes to navigating all of this intense energy of March.
I think, remember this, Lorenzo's predictions might seem daunting,
Yeah.
but they're meant to empower you.
Okay.
He's not trying to scare you. He's trying to prepare you for the potential challenges and opportunities ahead.
So use this information to your advantage.
Exactly. You can use these insights to make better choices, set healthier boundaries, and really take control of your destiny.
It's like having a cosmic roadmap.
It is.
You can see the potential pitfalls and detours.
That's right.
But you can also choose a different route.
Exactly. You have the agency to navigate these energies in a way that aligns with your highest good.
I like that. So as we head into the final part of our deep dive, what can our listeners expect?
Well, we've looked at the week-by-week breakdown, the key themes, the planets.
Yeah.
Now let's step back.
Okay.
Look at the bigger picture.
Okay.
What is the overarching message here?
Ooh.
What is the ultimate lesson?
Okay.
What is the transformation that Scorpio is being invited to embrace?
Ooh, that's a good one. I'm excited to dive into those deeper layers.
Me too.
All right.
Me too.
All right. So we've unpacked a lot about Lorenzo's Scorpio horoscope for March 2025.
Yeah.
Betrayals, breakups, career shakeups, even eclipses. But what does it all mean?
Yeah.
What's the bigger picture here?
Well, if we look beyond those individual predictions, I think Lorenzo is pointing toward a really profound theme of authenticity for Scorpio this month.
Okay.
It's about shedding masks, confronting shadows, and stepping into the fullness of who you are.
Okay.
Even the parts that make you uncomfortable.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like all these challenges, these betrayals, these breakups.
Right.
They're forcing Scorpio to face themselves in the mirror.
That's right.
No more hiding.
No more pretending.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not just acknowledging those hidden aspects of yourself.
Okay.
It's about integrating them into your sense of self.
Okay.
Embracing your complexity, your darkness, and your light. And recognizing that those seemingly opposite qualities are what make you whole.
That's powerful, but also kind of scary.
It's
like facing those parts of ourselves
that
we've been trying to suppress can be intimidating.
It can be. It takes courage.
Yeah.
But, you know, Lorenzo seems to be suggesting that it's through that vulnerability,
Okay.
through that willingness to expose our true selves, that we can experience real connection and fulfillment.
So it's not just self-discovery. It's also about going deeper with other people.
Absolutely. Authenticity invites authenticity.
Okay.
So when you show up as your true self, you create space for others to do the same.
Makes sense. You can't really build a genuine connection on a facade.
You can.
Sooner or later, those maths are going to slip.
They would. And it seems like March is the time for Scorpio to just rip that mask off.
Okay.
Whether they're ready or not, it's a cosmic invitation to step into your truth.
Okay.
Even if it's messy, even if it's uncomfortable.
So stop trying to be who you think you should be.
Yeah.
And just be who you are.
Exactly. And that's a radical act of self-love.
Yeah.
Especially these days, you know. There's so much pressure to conform.
That's true. So if you're Scorpio listening to this,
yes,
what's the best way to approach this month?
Be brave.
Okay.
Be honest with yourself and with others. Don't shy away from those difficult conversations or the uncomfortable truths. Embrace the challenge.
Okay.
See it as an opportunity for growth and transformation.
And even though Lorenzo's predictions sound intense, you have the power to choose how you respond.
You do.
Right. You can choose fear, you can choose courage, you can stay stuck, or you can evolve.
Take ownership of your journey.
Okay.
Remember that you are not a victim of circumstance.
Yeah.
You have agency, you have power, you have the ability to create the life you want.
I love that. And even though March might feel like a cosmic obstacle course,
it might.
There's also potential for some major breakthroughs.
Huge.
And transformations.
Yes.
So Scorpios, get ready for a wild ride.
Buckle up.
Embrace the challenges. Trust your intuition.
Yes.
You are stronger than you think.
You are. And remember, the stars aren't dictating your destiny.
Okay.
They're just illuminating the path.
Yeah.
The choices are yours.
I like that. Well, that's our deep dive into Lorenzo's Scorpio horoscope for March 2025.
It has been quite a journey.
It has. It's been intense.
Yeah.
Insightful, and definitely thought-provoking.
Absolutely.
And to all our listeners,
yes,
thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
In this cosmic journey. Until next time.
Until next time.
May your journey be filled with authenticity, courage, and transformative growth.
Absolutely.
All right, so we've talked about betrayals, breakups, career shakeups.
We have.
Even eclipses.
A lot going on.
What does it all mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the big picture here?
Well, if you look beyond the individual predictions, I think Lorenzo is pointing towards a really profound theme of authenticity for Scorpio this month.
Okay.
Like shedding those masks, confronting your shadows.
Okay.
And stepping into like the fullness of who you are.
Okay.
Even the parts that make you uncomfortable.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like all of these challenges, these betrayals, these breakups.
Yeah.
It's forcing Scorpio to look in the mirror.
Yeah. No more hiding.
No more pretending.
That's it.
Yeah. And it's not just about acknowledging those hidden parts of yourself. It's about bringing them in.
Yes. Integrating them into your sense of self.
Yeah.
Embrace your complexity.
Right.
The darkness and the light. Recognizing that those seemingly opposite qualities are what make you whole.
That's powerful, but also kind of scary.
It is.
Like to face those parts of yourself that you've been hiding can be really intimidating.
It takes a lot of courage.
Yeah.
But, Lorenzo seems to be suggesting that it's through that vulnerability.
Okay.
That willingness to kind of expose our true selves, that we can experience real connection, real fulfillment.
So it's not just about self-discovery. It's about going deeper with other people.
Absolutely. Authenticity invites authenticity.
Okay.
When you show up as your true self, you create space for others to do the same.
You can't really build a genuine connection on the facade. It's going to crumble.
Those masks are going to slip.
They are. And Lorenzo's saying March is the time to rip that mask off.
That's right.
Wow.
Whether you're ready or not.
Okay.
It's an invitation to step into your truth.
Okay.
Even if it's messy, even if it's uncomfortable.
Stop trying to be who you think you should be.
Yes.
And just be who you are.
And that can be such a radical act of self-love. Especially these days.
Yeah.
There's so much pressure to conform.
That's so true. So if you're a Scorpio listening to this, what's the best way to approach March?
Be brave.
Okay.
Be honest with yourself.
Okay.
And with others, don't shy away from the tough conversations.
Okay.
The uncomfortable truths.
Yeah.
Embrace the challenge.
Okay.
See it as an opportunity to grow and transform.
And even though these predictions sound intense, you have the power to choose how you respond.
You do.
Right? You can choose fear or you can choose courage.
That's right.
You can stay stuck or you can choose to evolve.
Exactly. You have the agency to decide.
I love that.
Take ownership of your journey. Remember, you are not a victim of circumstance.
Yeah.
You have the power to create the life you want.
And even though March might feel like a cosmic obstacle course, there's also potential for huge breakthroughs.
Absolutely.
And transformations.
Yes. So much potential.
So Scorpios, buckle up.
Get ready.
Embrace those challenges. Trust your intuition. And you are stronger than you think.
You are so much stronger. And remember, the stars aren't dictating your destiny. They're just illuminating the path.
Yeah.
The choices are yours.
Well, that's our deep dive into Lorenzo's Scorpio horoscope for March 2025.
It has been quite a journey.
It has. It's been intense, insightful,
absolutely,
and thought-provoking.
It has.
And to all our listeners, thank you for joining us on this cosmic journey.
Thank you.
Until next time, may your journey be filled with authenticity, courage, and transformative growth.